Okay, this lesson is on compound inequalities, and I have a statement here. And statements, the intersection of the two inequalities. That's what it means by and. It has to answer, has to be a solution for for the first inequality and a solution for the second one. With that being said, the only part
Contact the office, please. Ms. Payne.
The only part that will be a solution will be where the graphs overlap. Only the overlapping parts is the answer. And a lot of this will make more sense when I put it with an example. An or statement, the solution is the union of the two inequalities. So any part that answers this equation or this equation, any part of that is going to be the answer. So any part that you have shaded will be the answer. Okay, this is a compound inequality. -2 less than equal to 3x minus 8 less than equal to 10. The best way to solve this type of inequality, it is not the only way, but I feel it's the best way, is to separate the two equations. Notice that I underlined one in blue and one in red. You take the middle part and you solve it with this side. You take the middle part and you solve it with that side. So we have two inequalities. So we go through the motions of solving. -2 is less than or equal to 3x minus 8. You add 8 to both sides. You get this answer. You divide by 3 and you get this. Now I'm just going through that part quickly because we should know how to solve an equation by now, or an inequality. I want to get down to the answer. So we have 2 is less than or equal to x. Remember, we want the variable on the left, so we put the variable on the left, and that means that we need to change the inequality sign. So if you look at the graph, I've got, well, let's go up here and do this part, and then we'll get to the graph. All right, and then we solve this side. Add 8, 3x is less than or equal to 18, divide by 3, x is less than or equal to 6. Now that one already has the variable on the left, so I'm going to go over here, and in blue, this equation's in blue. Here's my inequality. We have x is greater than or equal to 2. Here's 2, and the other number of interest is 6. So I just wrote 2 here, 6 here, because 2 is less than 6, so it goes on the left. All right, x is greater than or equal to 2. That's a closed circle, so I have a closed circle going this way. X is less than or equal to 6. That's a closed circle. I have a closed circle going this way. The only parts that they have where they overlap are from here to here. So my answer is from 2 to 6. And it's closed because this part is part of the red, and this part is part of the blue graph. So when I go and I write my answer, you always put the smallest number on the left. You write your small number, less than or equal to. So you either write less than or less than equal to, whatever the sign is up there. And then the variable x, and then you write less than or less than equal to the big number. So we have 2, we have 6. This is how it's written. If I want to write my intervals, it says less than equal to for both of those. I have brackets, and it goes from 2 to 6. All right, this is an or statement. Again, separate the two equations. Write them down separately. Solve them. You add 1 to each side and then divide by 3. X is less than 1. And the variable's on the left, so no need to move anything. Come over here, do this problem. Add 5 to both sides. Divide by 2. X is greater than 6. Now, I'm going to graph this equation. I'm going to write my 1, my 6. X is less than 1, that's an open circle shading left. X is greater than 6, that's a closed open circle shading right. Now, if I only wanted the overlapping parts, this doesn't overlap anywhere. If it had an and statement, this would have no solution. But this is or, and remember with or, any part that's a solution to either one of them is a solution to the whole compound inequality. So, I write it this way, x is less than 1, or x is greater than 6, and I write both intervals. Negative infinity, this is negative infinity over here, to 1 with parentheses because there's no equal to up underneath there. Union, you marry the two. Union 6 to infinity. 6 is the starting point here, this goes to infinity that way. All right, here's another and statement. And you want to solve, you'll solve this part, and then you'll solve this part. Okay. -2 less than -2 minus x, add the 2 to both sides, that gives me 0. 0 is less than -x, divide by -1. All right, now when I divide, I have to flip the inequality sign. Okay, when I divide by -1. Flip the inequality sign. Then I need my variable on this side, so I flip it again. So I double flipped this one. Then I come over and I solve this one. Add 2 to both sides. -x is less than or equal to 3. Divide by -1. X is greater than or equal to -3. You have to flip the inequality sign on that one as well, because you're dividing by -1. Okay, come down here, graph them. Remember, this is an and statement. So when it's and, where the two overlap is a solution. And if you'll see, they overlap from -3 to 0. The 0 is not included. It's not included here, so it's not included. So my answer is -3 is less than or equal to x is less than 0. I have -3 in brackets because I got a less than equal to. This is less than, so I'll put 0 and I'll put a parenthesis. Thank you.